Welcome to another edition of Freelance Discussions. Today I'm quickly making a video because I just got an email from Ducks Unlimited that the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service has just released its annual report on the 2017 trends in duck breeding populations. But before we get to that topic, I wanted to say a couple of things. You are watching Freelance Duck Hunting. Our mission is to go out and waterfowl hunt as much as we possibly can and bring to you the hunting life of the average duck hunter that's out there working their butt off to get things done. I just want to bring it to you guys like it is for real and hope that you enjoy seeing what we do. Let's go ahead and get to the content of this survey. So I just got an email today, like I was saying, and I was like, all right, I really want to talk about this because the news is pretty good. The news has been pretty good for years and years and years. In fact, I cannot even remember the last time that this survey came out and had really poor numbers. I remember back in 92 or 93, your mallard harvest limit was 2 ducks per person, and that was the low times. But ever since then, the populations have spiked and they have been well above your long-term averages for a great number of years. So let's go ahead and get into what this survey said. So like I said, U.S. Fish and Wildlife put out their annual survey, and based on the survey that was done in May and June, overall duck numbers this year remain extremely high. Total populations are estimated to be about 47.3 million, which is very similar to last year's. It's down a little bit. Last year's was 48.4 million. This year's is 47.3 million. That is 34% above long-term average predictions. Projected mallard flight index is 12.9 million birds, which is a little bit down from last year. Again, last year was 13.5, but still well above average. I'm going to put up a chart of the major duck species and how they're doing individually. The main factor that goes into breeding success of ducks is wetland and upland habitat in the prairies and also the boreal forests. So that's where they're getting most of their information from. So mallards did decline about 11% or 1.3 million birds, and they're saying that the reason for that is up in the Canadian Parklands region, where the survey detected about 600,000 fewer mallards. So that's really where we took the hit. A couple of species that we do have concern over are northern pintail and scaup. Their numbers remain to be low. I have heard several theories as to why these numbers are low, but I've never heard anything definitive. So if you guys know, what are your theories on the pintail and the scaup? Why do those numbers continue to be so low? And please enlighten me, because I really don't have not heard any definitive reasons as to why the pintails and the scaup continue to have such struggles. So I would love to hear from you guys on that. The survey did also go on to say that just because these numbers remain extremely high, it doesn't necessarily mean that your success is going to go up. Because it also depends on habitat, food source, weather. There's lots of variables that go into hunting success. For here, I consider food and weather certainly to be the number one factor as to whether we're going to do well. So these numbers look really, really good. Again, doesn't mean necessarily you're going to have a great season, but we want to see those high numbers and lots of ducks coming through the flyaway. So that's all I've got for today. I just wanted to get that out to you. Please comment down below and subscribe if you've not done that.